A World Without Sunlight, Part 2, The Eternal Gloom. The steady rumble of Jack Tanner's Ford F-150 vibrated through the cab as he navigated the fog-choked roads toward Orinell, the headlights slicing weakly through the dense mist rising from the Clinch River. Oak Ridge, Tennessee, nestled in the rugged embrace of the Appalachian foothills, lay shrouded in an unnatural stillness, its rusted Y-12 fences looming like skeletal guardians, the faint hum of the graphite reactor a ghostly whisper from the Manhattan Project's shadowed past. The dashboard clock glowed 6:45 a.m., but the sky above was an endless void of inky blackness, pierced only by the cold glint of stars and the eerie silver sheen of a moon that hung low, mocking the absence of dawn. No sun rose to warm the earth, no golden rays pierced the horizon, only a perpetual night gripped the world, a terror that seeped into Jack's bones with every breath. The air felt heavy, thick with a damp rot that clung to his skin, and the silence was broken only by the occasional crackle of his radio. Jack 35 rubbed a scarred hand over his stubbled jaw, his fingers, marked by years of wrestling Ornell cables, gripping the steering wheel with a tension that mirrored the unease coiling in his gut. The darkness was alive, a presence that pressed against his senses, though he couldn't name it. His mind drifted to Sarah, his wife of 15 years, likely at their ranch house near the Secret City commemorative walk, her steady hands preparing for her shift at Oak Ridge Hospital. Emma, 12, would be lost in a library book, her blue eyes bright with curiosity. Liam, 8, would clutch his flashlight, trembling at the shadows. Their marriage strained under his long shifts, their arguments over lost time a constant ache, yet they were his anchor. The radio crackled to life, shattering the silence with a voice thick with panic. Wokie News urgent bulletin. The sun has failed to rise wide for a second day. Scientists are baffled. Earth sustains life. The air remains warm, yet no explanation exists. Reports of riots, mass hysteria, and unexplained phenomena flood in. Stay indoors. This is unprecedented. The words hit Jack like a physical blow, his foot easing off the gas as dread tightened its grip. No sun, yet warmth persisted, an impossibility that defied reason, a nightmare unfolding in real time. He yanked the wheel, executing a sharp U-turn near the International Friendship Bell, its bronze form a silent sentinel in the fog, and headed home, his heart pounding with a primal fear. Pulling into the driveway, the porch light flickered weakly, a frail beacon against the eternal night. Sarah met him at the door, her face ashen, brown hair tied back tightly, her nurse's scrubs rumpled from a sleepless night. Jack, it's on the news. There's no sun anywhere. Her voice trembled, her hazel eyes wide with terror. Inside, Emma and Liam sat glued to the TV, the screen casting a ghostly glow across their pale faces. The news anchor's voice, strained and urgent, filled the room. The world remains in perpetual night, yet life persists, unexplainable warmth, no scientific basis. Witnesses report shadows moving, voices in the dark. Authorities are powerless. Emma clutched her tattered Oak Ridge Public Library book, her blue eyes darting between the screen and Jack. Dad, it's like the end times, darkness over the earth, but we're still here. The book mentions old tales of night without end. Her voice quivered, a child's fear battling her intellect. Liam clung to Jack's leg, his flashlight trembling. Dad, the shadows moved. I heard them whisper my name. His small voice broke, tears streaking his cheeks as the room seemed to close in, the shadows lengthening with each passing second. Sarah's hand shook as she turned up the volume. They're saying it's warm, Jack. How is that possible? The hospital's a madhouse, patients raving about voices, collapsing into husks. I saw a man's eyes go blank, his pulse stopped mid-scream. Her voice rose, panic edging into hysteria, her nurse's composure fracturing under the weight of the inexplicable. Jack knelt beside Liam, ruffling his hair, his voice rough with forced calm. We'll get lights going, buddy. Keep the dark at bay. He met Sarah's gaze, love and resentment clashing silently, the strain of his absences a chasm between them. I'm here now, Sarah. We'll figure this out. The TV flickered, a college professor appearing, his face gaunt under the studio lights. I'm Dr. Elias Carter from UT Knoxville. The absence of the sun defies all known science, yet life endures. Some ancient texts speak of Apophis, the chaos serpent devouring Ra, the sun god, plunging the world into eternal night. This may be a manifestation of that myth, a cosmic event beyond our comprehension. His words hung in the air, a chilling prophecy that sent a shiver through the room, the terror amplifying as the screen cut to footage of global panic, screams, fires, shadows shifting in the dark. A sharp knock jolted them. Jack opened the door to Rabbi David Cohen, 50, his gray hair disheveled, eyes wide with concern. flanked by Amina Khan, 40, a teacher with a calm demeanor, and Father Michael O'Connor, 55, a Catholic priest with a weathered face. Jack, we saw you pull up, David said, his voice steady but tinged with unease. We were at our interfaith study, weekly, when the news hit. Thought we'd check on you. Jack ushered them in, the room filling with a tense energy. Good to see you all. I heard something on the news, some professor mentioning Apophis and Ra. What's that about? His voice carried a mix of curiosity and dread, his hands clenching as the shadows seemed to pulse. David adjusted his scarf, his tone grave. Apophis in ancient Egyptian belief is the serpent of chaos, an enemy of Ra, the sun god. When Apophis triumphs, the sun is swallowed and darkness reigns. Our Torah speaks of a great darkness in Exodus, a plague that tested faith, perhaps a parallel. Amina nodded, her voice soft but firm. In the Quran, Surah 2400 hours 35 calls Allah the light, a guide against darkness. Apophis could symbolize chaos opposing divine order, a test of our unity. The warmth might be a mercy, but the shadows, they feel alive. Michael crossed himself, his voice low and resonant. The Bible in Revelation warns of a darkness that precedes the end, a time when the light fails. Apophis and Ra echo this, chaos against creation. Our faiths share a thread. Light is salvation, darkness is the adversary. The room grew colder, the whispers intensifying, a sibilant chorus that seemed to emanate from the walls. Liam screamed, They're here, calling me. Jack grabbed his UV flashlight, its beam catching a serpentine shadow with a gem-like core, shifting into Liam's form. The terror escalated, the family huddling as the interfaith group chanted. Psalm 27, verse 1. Surah 2400 hours 35, John 8, verse 12, light and faith clashing with the dark. The UV flickered, the shadow multiplying, its core pulsing red. Riley's voice crackled over Jack's phone. Tanner, get out, station's overrun. The bell outside tolled, a hollow sound as the void deepened, the professor's words echoing. Apophis had risen and Oak Ridge teetered on the edge of oblivion.